Good evening, Boat Club. It is Thursday evening, August the 10th. This is a briefing. There's a fair amount of content in here. I'm going to try to keep it moving forward. I'm a little bit scatterbrained. I'm going to try to keep it as comprehensive as possible. I want to talk about last month, last weekend. We're going to talk about activities for this weekend, and then I have a little bit of city update stuff that I think is kind of exciting. So I'm not going to be able to cover everything in detail because otherwise we would be here for about 15 minutes. Average attention span is about 90 seconds. With that said, let's talk about last month. If you recall, June is always our biggest month. And if you remember, we had a record June. And in the end, we were $99,500. We were $500 from hitting our first ever $100,000 month. Now, one of the reasons Junes are kind of big is because they have 5 full weekends in it. Well, guess what? July had 5 Saturdays and 5 Sundays. It was an assessment month. But regardless, July. By the way, let's talk about assessments now. Assessments. Remember, for your new members, I think it's after you've completed one cycle. We're looking for you guys to spend at least $90 in the quarter in the building, bar, galley, merch, something of that nature. And if you don't, you'll be assessed this $90. Well, ultimately, that $90, if you do end up paying it, don't feel bad about it because essentially that $90 drops straight to the bottom line because there's no cost of goods involved in that. Now, it's better spend for you if you do buy something with that $90, but I don't want you to feel guilty about it because that bottom line is still today the one area that we are focused on. So, back to the point. June almost broke $100,000. July was expecting to be down from there, but guess what? We had another record month, and not by a little. We did almost $111,000 in top line revenue in the month of July. That was helped by initiations and, like I said, assessments. But operations was another record. I haven't done my charts yet for next week's meeting, but nonetheless, the good news is top line, another record. Thank you to everyone who brought new members in and the golden ticket and everybody who's bringing the good energy and the good activity. We appreciate that. Now, on the flip side of that, what I was hoping for with that big number, I was hoping to see like a 20% on the bottom line. We didn't have that. We've got 11%, it looks like now, after we've paid entered all our bills. So that's okay, but in an assessment month, I would want it to be stronger. So we're looking closely for the rest of the year at that bottom line. And anyway, we're focused on that. There's no action items at this time. Okay, now that's good news for last month. Last weekend, let's go to the calendar so don't forget something. On Saturday was this big triple concert and fundraiser for Wounded Warrior Foundation. That went swimmingly. We collected $16.50 at the gate. Some percentage of that, maybe all of it, will go to the Wounded Warrior Foundation. I'm really impressed with the organization, the amount of percentage of the donations that actually go to the Warriors. Sandra, their spokesperson, which I think may be the original founder here in San Diego. I thought it was a national foundation, but I think it was started in San Diego and they're trying to get national. Anyway, we've invited her back on Friday night, the 18th, to present her and her organization with a little gift. So be there for that. Also, that Saturday was the day that everybody dreamed back from the Del Mar races. Kathleen, I heard that event went well once again, really well organized. Thank you so much. There were a lot of smiling faces, and you guys really contributed when you came back and continued the party. Saturday, the Boat Club did $7,300 in total revenue, which was an outstanding day. I was expecting a big day, but like about 6,500. We did 7,500, so that's all really good. So thanks for all who participated on Saturday. Now, just a short side story. On Sunday, we were invited to set up a booth at the Concerts on the Green at Kate Sessions. So we are members of the PB Town Council, and we also contributed, I don't know, like a $75 towards this event, but not enough to have a booth and to be an advertising member. But I don't know what's going on. I think maybe the hookup is in, or what's going on. Let me see if I can find this video. So a couple of things. Let me go back to this screen. So a couple of exciting things that occurred on that day. So we had booths. Next to us was Joe LaCava's office, was set right next to us. That's a council member who has the land of interest around De Anza Cove, and I was able to go over and sit with Vicky. She has some sort of night. I think she reports directly to Joe LaCava, and the feedback that I got there is that they are fully aware of the boat club situation, and we reviewed what our asks are, lease extension, language, protective language for us in a couple of different locations, and we are getting very, very close to getting everything we need. The back end of this, I'm going to start talking. I want to cover South Shores, because that.